good morning from opening day of Hersheypark. We are here for, line's moving, so we gotta keep up. We are here for a few things. We're gonna have fun today, but most importantly, I'm gonna get my 100th coaster credit,
Woo!
which is right behind the entry. Let's go. Okay, so we just rode Fahrenheit, which is tagline 97 degrees and dropping fast. As you saw, the drop goes beyond vertical. It goes woo, down.
97 degrees.
97 degrees. What did I say? 95?
No, you said 97.
97.
But
So
you're like 97 and dropping, and it's...
well,
Never mind.
the tagline is that. Anyway, so Hershey. We went to Knoebels yesterday, and Knoebels was really good about their policies of mask wearing and everything else. Hersheypark, there's less than 10% are actually wearing masks, and then I'm going to say maybe even 10% are wearing masks, but they're not covering their nose. It's a lawless land. There's no enforcement. I know we've been to Universal and Disney Springs and everything out, and it's been there's been announcements. There's been PA announcements. There's been announcements in the stations or something of make sure you're wearing a mask. That has not been the case here at all. And
It might be a little different. I mean, in Florida, we've been at this for a month, and there were growing pains. So this is official reopening day. So they may just be having growing pains. But to be honest, after experiencing people figuring it out and then coming back to this, you realize how big of an impact it is.
yeah, because I feel safe. I feel safe with my mask on. This isn't for me. This is for everybody else. And with everybody else not having the same courtesy that we're showing them, it's a little disheartening, especially because we're at the sweetest place on earth.
Well, the thing is, it's not just the masks. If it was people weren't wearing masks, but they were appropriately social distancing, it'd be a different thing. But they're not. People are not wearing their masks. They're getting well within each other. Hershey they put stickers on the ground in queue lines, like through full queue lines. They're fully stickered, fully everything. But people aren't adhering to it.
They're not. They're just on top of each other. They're acting like.
The other thing is Hershey's not making any announcements in their queues. They're not saying, hey, please stand on a sticker. Hey, make sure you're social distancing. None of that is happening. That part of the enforcement, or even people just stopping others to say, hey, put your mask on, that was very active yesterday at Knoebels. Their security team, other teams were make sure it's up, make sure it's on.
It's
a vast difference.
It's a little disheartening because Hershey is very much a more modern, like fully done up theme or amusement park. Knoebels is very.
I mean, it's backwards.
It's a little backwoods. It's not a bad thing. This is a more full-fledged, like you're gonna.
This is a theme.
This is a theme park,
not an amusement park. For anyone that's confused on that, it is a difference. There are different categories in terms of what they are, and the theme park is where you're going to have more immersion. You're going to have certain lands or areas or attractions that are going to be themed to their surroundings.
This
it's
is
usually a higher caliber. They're held to different standards because it costs more. It costs more to get into a theme park. It costs more to be able to maintain a theme park. That you're expecting their standards to be higher, and it's sad to see that they're not.
Saying something at the front gate and saying, oh, you need a mask to enter the park, and then not enforcing it does absolutely nothing, and that's what we've encountered here. Growing pains, we hope. We'll see. All right, so I guess we're on the avenue between Cocoa Ave and Chocolate Ave. It's a crossroads here. So there's a coaster back there. I think we're going to go this way. So the Wildcat is one of the old school wooden roller coasters here at Hersheypark that is temporarily out of service today, so we're not going to ride that. Fortunately, I already have that credit. I had every credit for coasters at Hersheypark, minus Candymonium. But we're going to have some fun. We're going to go laugh it up at Laugh Track up here. Where are we at, Kristen?
We're at Laugh Track. We're going uphill because everywhere at Hershey is uphill.
Laughing south. So unlike other parks, Hersheypark's height requirements are based upon their actual brands. So you need to be a certain height based upon, 48 inches or so. But it's just labeled as, different of their brands. So the Ferris wheel is temporarily not open as well. There's a bunch of rides that are just not open. I want to assume because of staffing levels and not because you can't social distance. But I mean, the pinwheel logo in front of the Hersheypark, this is the old logo in the middle for Hersheypark. And they've kind of adapted the pinwheel as their overall logo for the Brandon Park now, which is cool. But we can't ride it because it's closed. As is that gift shop. As is who knows what else. But we're headed up here to ride Lightning Racer, which is a dueling wooden roller coaster. Are we going to ride Lightning or Thunder? Whatever has a shorter line?
Whatever has a shorter line.
Are you Jolly Rancher height?
See? They've got these. These are the only things. These are the only things. And
oh, look, more empty hand sanitizer.
empty hand sanitizer.
Photo is closed. So the idea is you take a photo of this line with the exact time, and you wrote it this time, and you're gonna be able to go to these different merchandise locations would have photos, and they'll be able to pull up the photo from Lightning Racer at this time and date, which is cool. That's a great way to stay spot in the merchandise, but still be able to see your photo from the ride. All right, so we just rode Lightning Racer. We're on our way out of the park at this point because it's A, it's hot. We're gonna go check out Chocolate World, but B, the mask wearing is out of control. People are just not wearing masks.
Just not paying attention.
So not paying attention. It's
Do we want to do Reese's Cup Fusion before we go?
I don't want to wait 90 minutes for it though.
90 minutes?
Yeah, the wait time said 75 on the app. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe not.
We'll come back for it though. We're gonna head out through Chocolate Town and check out the rest of Chocolate Town, the main shop. Check out Chocolate World, cool down, get some lunch, and then hopefully come back in when it starts to cool down and people start to behave. Stay tuned. So we're back here at Hersheypark. It's a few hours after we left earlier today. People seem to be leaving in big numbers, so hopefully that helps out a lot of the mask wearing situation. By just having less people in the park, it'll make us feel a lot better about things.
Hopefully.
So,
let's find out.
yeah, got a few more things to ride. Great Bear, Sky Rush.
Reese's Cup Fusion.
Reese's Cup Fusion, that's on the high on the list. We haven't done that yet. So let's head back in and maybe Candymonium again. We'll see.
Let's go.
Big far cry from this morning. Candymonium is only a 15-minute wait right now. It's about 6 p.m. and the app is saying 15 minutes. So we're gonna try to shotgun as much as we can in the next hour or so. I mean, why not, right? Terrifying Sky Rush. Kristen will not be riding. The last time we rode this, Kristen was deathly terrified for her life. Absolutely, it is a crazy attraction, but I want to ride it. We're headed up to Great Bear now to ride. It's the B&M Invert. Pretty legendary. It's legendary for being one of the first. It's also legendary for these crazy support columns over here across the water. I mean, it's so silly. they've learned a lot since building Great Bear, and it shows. But we still have some of these legendary pieces just sitting here in action. You got two of these just wild support structures. Closed today is the Super Duper Looper, which you see in front of us. They said that's closed for maintenance for a while. It will reopen this season, just not now. But in order to get through anything at Hersheypark, gotta go up a hill. So we're definitely getting our steps in and then some today. We're up on top of the hill now, and I'm out of breath because that's how it is. That's how it goes. But Great Bear is just the consolation, which makes sense because another roller coaster down in the hollow is Comet. So they kind of stuck with that theme. Really cute. It's just a mess of track right here. So Great Bear Station is just here. And then this log flume is called the Coal Cracker. And then Super Duper Looper's over there, and it's a lot going on at once. It's really cool. Definitely something you don't see at a Disney park. Definitely a regional park thing. They just place things on top of each other. So finally checking out the Reese's Cup Fusion. Sally Rides originally did this attraction. Hey, good. Sally Rides originally did this ride when it was the Reese's Extreme Cup Challenge. And then last year they redid it with a brand new system as Cup Fusion, Reese's Cup Fusion.
And turn it into a powerful tool. In case of a sticky situation, you can use your amplifier to help power the factory.
Or even harmlessly stun any intruders who are up to no good, like this poor misguided soul. But before you can do that, you'll need to learn how to safely load that Reese's transfer. Child's play, you say? Don't be so sure.
So just got off Reese's Cup Fusion. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. It was very different than the old one, which was like the X Games, where you would shoot at things and it made no sense. This one at least had a plot.
Yeah,
And it worked out pretty well.
It was cute. It was adorable. It was themed to the Reese's factory being taken over by the Misfit gummies and the mint and all the stuff that you don't want to enjoy. The attraction really, it smelled sweet. It smelled of bubble gum and
Like
mint and
bubble
stuff.
gum.
It was cute. It was adorable. It's a great technology from Sally, and it works. It works well. Some of these shooting duck rides you get on and they're just This one worked great. It worked well.
Yep. Solid.
So we're gonna check out some merch. Then we're gonna call it a day.
Done.
So to commemorate Candemonium being 100, gonna get a keychain, gonna get a magnet, and then these crazy socks, and then a Chocolate Town brand new keychain too. That's pretty cool. So not too bad. The shirts and everything else, not the best merchandise. And you can tell it's a small rack, so they're hopefully getting more in, but it's all tie-dye. And one thing about me, I don't wear tie-dye. Everything's closed because of the incoming storm at this point. So weird with the new Chocolate Town, the big entry. In order to exit, you have to follow the little exit sign over to the chocolate store. And you're going to exit through the chocolate store here. The exit store, the Chocolate Town store. Ooh. Whew. So that was an exhausting day. Not only was it hot, it was sunny, it was humid. It felt like a Florida day, but we're in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Rode a bunch of coasters. We did the new Cup Fusion. We did Candemonium a few times. Great new addition. We checked out the new Chocolate Town. We showed you guys around the park. We spent some money on merchandise. We got some of the new cool stuff. And we had some chocolate. Went to Chocolate Town as well, which is or Chocolate World. This is Chocolate Town. Chocolate Town and World are next to each other. I don't know how that geography works out, but that's Hersheypark logic for you. But hey, thanks for watching along today.
Hopefully they can work through their growing pains as we continue on with this COVID world.
Yeah.
But for now,
it is some growing pains. They seem to be very receptive to feedback, especially through social media. So we're not going to be listening tomorrow. We're going back to Florida. Hopefully in the next couple weeks they will adapt more to this and it'll become more commonplace in Pennsylvania.
hopefully.
Cool.
We'll see. But thanks for staying along with us.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with us in a faraway land from Disney and Universal and all that. And just thank you. Seriously, thank you for watching along. But signing out for the day. We'll see you back in Florida.
Bye.
Bye.